If you look behind me, basically now the IAF is trying to build a bridge. So they managed to land flights in Arakonam, which is the Navy base, and it can take commercial aircrafts but the Meenambakkam airport is underwater. Now, this is 70 kilometers from Meenambakkam. So the issue is, how do you get people from Meenambakkam to Arakonam? That's the big question, because if one were to take this road, which is all through southern Madras, and that's an area through which the Adyar River is also flooded. I mean, this is the area through which you will find Tambaram and Krompet and the other, places that go all the way up to Arakonam. So the big question would be, could you get people out on the road, and hopefully if water levels recede, they can. Are they going to maybe airlift people, but from where is the big question. So all those logistics need to be sorted out. If we can pull up pictures of the airport, which was underwater. One of the problems as to why the airport in Chennai is in so much trouble is because they've built the airport on the flood basin of the Adyar River. So when this river in such spate has flooded, yes, in earlier years it hasn't happened, and it's not that the government expected it to be this bad, but when they did build the second runway, which was meant to go over the river really, and environmentalists had said not to do that. They said they built it above the 2005 flood level. So you can see here, that's the actual Adyar River, and this is where the airport is. So when that river is in spate and it has breached and it's flooded, there's nowhere for the water to go. So when you build on the floodplains, like we can see here, it's a major, that's the control tower. The control tower is pretty much on, there's that much water on and the runways are completely, that's the runway. So there you have the Adyar River, and like this is all of Chennai, and you can see the Adyar River basically cuts and flows all the way through southern Chennai and South Chennai and moves until it gets to the ocean. And this is where the Chennai International Airport is. I mean, just look at that. Look at this. This is the second runway which they have built on a level over the river. Now, how does this airport expect there not to be a disaster when there is the river in spate? Again, as I said, of course, unprecedented rains. This is not something anybody could have predicted. So one is not blaming anyone for the actual event of nature. But what can be questioned is, why is it that when we make these plans, we go so wrong? Because even a few years ago, we saw in Mumbai, when the runways flooded, it was because the Methi river went into spate, and that runway went underwater. So this is something that happens in our cities, and we don't seem to be learning any lessons. So there you go.